Welcome to Wild Sun Tarot. This is your monthly energy check-in for the zodiac sign of Scorpio. Welcome Scorpio Sun, Venus, Moon, and Rising. Okay. Today we will check in your energy for the month of August. I hope you're having good holidays so far. Okay. Good summer, wherever you are in the world. Let's see what energy is currently around you. What's the current energy for Scorpio? Ooh, Two of Cups. Okay, so there is some nice connections blooming in, okay, at the moment. The card is in reverse, but Two of Cups in general, for me, feels like there is some meaningful connection in your life. It may be very beginning of it, okay? And you know, again, beginning may mean different things for each of us, right? But it feels like it's just you're still getting to know someone, okay? Even if it was like, let's say, a year and a half, you're still getting to know someone. And currently it feels like maybe things are not going exactly the way you want them to go, okay? Maybe there is some little arguments, or maybe you feel like you're disconnecting a little bit from someone, okay? But with the Two of Cups, it's still new. So maybe you just need to get to know that person a little bit more, or understand if this is a good fit for you. It can be romantic, it can be new friendship, it can be financial, whatever that is. Right now, you're going a little bit emotionally about it, right? So you feel that disconnect within you, okay? So that's the current energy. Still pretty nice. It's always good to connect with others. Let's see what's happening. What's the challenge here? Why it's in the Two of Cups in the reverse? Six of Swords in the reverse. Interesting. Okay. So for some of you, someone may be thinking about, for some of you, disconnecting from this connection. Okay. So there's the connection that, you know, could have either go step forward, more serious, or is just falling a little bit apart because maybe you're just different, okay? Maybe there's some things that you just can't agree on. Maybe there's some things that doesn't suit you two, okay, together. So it is one of the messages that I see here. A different thing for different one, okay, for others. It also gives me this feeling that someone may be holding on to past. It can be either past within this connection, or maybe just past patterns. So it could be familiar connection. It could be past relationship. It could be just scars that other people left on this person. And it can be either you or the other person. I don't know who is this energy, but there is a challenge within this connection because there are things from the past that are still lingering. Okay, someone didn't free themselves from the thoughts from the past. So let's say if you had an argument with that person, it's not resolved. It's not resolved for them or for you. There's still some thoughts or unresolved, like just things that you don't understand. They weren't addressed, okay? It's nothing huge, I want to say, because for now, I don't have a major arcana card here. So for now, I just get this energy of like, you know, if you want this connection to move forward, whether romantically or not, some things needs to be addressed from the past. It can be your past, their past, or you're together past, but you need to talk about it, okay? Because it won't go away alone. Someone is clearly holding on to it. Maybe even both of you are holding on to it. And, you know, many times we do that because we want to people don't like to argue. We're not confrontational, right? We want to keep it peace, but this is not peace. This is disconnection, and this doesn't have to be addressed for the disconnection to happen, right? But it has to be addressed for this card to move in a good direction. For you too, to move forward, because you will be stuck, or even worse, split up. If you don't want to do that, you need to address these issues with the Six of Swords, okay? So, before I move to your past, because I'm noisy, I want to see what happened. Let's go to your subconscious. What's your subconscious like at this moment? Oh, my card fell down way too far. Ace of Cups. Oh, there's an interesting picture here. So someone, either you or the other person, there's lack of, I don't want to just plain it do it. There's some type of false start here. Okay, so again, maybe someone has problems from their past, emotional problems, right? So doesn't trust people, or their past relationship was bad, and subconsciously you're not necessarily disconnected, but you're already how to say it, I don't want to say the basic don't love yourself or stuff like that, but you're not consciously putting love within yourself. Like, you're not being clear within yourself about your needs. You don't see yourself through your heart. Does it make sense? I need to focus a little bit to explain you this. So there's a disconnection right now with someone, and it's because of past thoughts, or some patterns, thoughts that are not being addressed. Some problems are just being hidden and thrown away. You're trying to go away from it, but it's lingering there, right? And in your subconscious, it feels like you're not being fully transparent with yourself about how you feel. Oh, good. Yes. You're not being honest about your feelings. You may suppress them, you may avoid them. You just don't want to, you basically saying my feelings don't matter in this, okay? Which, it's not healthy. So whatever that is, please check this twice, okay? For some of you, I get the side story that if right now in your life, there could be potential to create something, whatever that is. There's a lot of creative power you have, but for some reason you stopped feeding yourself that. So maybe you just put yourself in a very practical career, or you stopped doing your hobbies that made you feel creative. You kind of forgot that side of yourself, and it's awakening in August. It feels like it's coming back. Like, the thoughts of that passion cannot leave you alone. So it's a reminder to go back to it, whatever that is for you, that you were doing creatively, that you're putting a lot of love in. This love wants to come back, okay? Because without it, like, you're not authentically yourself. For some of you, there's a side story here about you coming back to your creativity. But for most of you, I feel like it's about connection, okay? Again, doesn't have to be romantic, but for some reason, you're putting the needs of the other person above yourself. And honestly, it doesn't even make... I don't want to be rude, but I am honest, okay? I want to be very honest with you, Scorpio, because I want you to grow. It feels like you're not even honest within yourself, how you feel, okay? You're completely disregarding yourself, and that's not even making you a hero in this story, okay? Because the other person doesn't know what you're doing, and it doesn't benefit them or benefit you, even if you're sacrificing yourself, okay? Maybe there's some feelings you have towards this person, some type of feelings of hurt, or just, something you're not addressing because you don't want to make a scene, make a problem, right? But you're hurt, and you're sacrificing your own needs, and this will come back sooner or later, and with resentment, right? Again, there's a disconnection. So it's time to clarify it. It's time to talk about it. What happened in the past? And again, like, we don't have major arcana, so I don't feel like this is like something happened really in the past. I want to get into it, but I don't feel like there's like some drama in the past. I just feel like you tend to sacrifice your own needs, and this may cause you to be very unhappy in this relationship. This is still in a very fresh phases when you're like making clear boundaries with your partner or with your friend or whoever that is. It doesn't feel like a parent, unless this is like a new parent, let's say, because this feels like a new connection. Okay, maybe some of you didn't have connections with your parents and now you're establishing whatever, I don't know, but yeah, you're not being clear about what you need. Oh my god, and we have 3 of Swords, you can really make it up. So yeah, okay, easy. There's something that hurt you in the past, okay? Could be one behavior, could be many, and this other person, maybe they didn't even intend to hurt you, but because you're not addressing it, you're not making a clear boundary, right? You're silently disconnecting from this. Well, how this can go any good? Challenge this month is to address what hurts you. Release those thoughts and have a conversation with this other person, because there's a connection here that could be beautiful soul connection, but it's not enough that you like the person and they like you. If you don't make a clear boundaries, if you don't take care of your needs, this connection won't go anywhere good, okay? And there's something that hurt you in the past, or maybe the other person was hurt, but there is some, you know, harsh emotions. Three of Swords always talks about someone feeling disappointed or sad or hurt, right? In relation to this, something happened. Maybe no one intended it to happen. Maybe it wasn't even about this person. So maybe something just sad or hurtful happened to you in your life, okay? But because you're not talking through it with this person, there's a connection. Subconsciously, they can feel it, and there is a disconnect, okay? For majority of you, though, I feel like you're sacrificing your needs and you're not addressing your hurts, right? Because you don't want to be needy, you don't want to be too much, and all those things we tell ourselves. But with the Ace of Cups like this, with all these cards, I don't like that you're not putting yourself first, Scorpio, okay? Wherever this connection is, you're the most important, always, for yourself, okay? Of course, you need to take care of the other person. It's a connection. There's two people. But you need to take care of your feelings, because this will create a build-up resentment. And it's clear that there's something that needs to be said about the past hurt. It's clear. So, still no majors arcana. Interesting. So what you should do? What direction should Scorpio move right now in August? In the month of August? And there we are. We have the major arcana, the Fool card in the reversed. Interesting. So first thing I thought, it asked you to not be hasty, you know, like not be too abrupt in your movements. So like, don't just jump all in. Yeah, just, I think because this may be something new, you kind of just want to like dive in with closed eyes, kind of like you did maybe in the past. But this asks you to really listen to your intuition, okay? Now, I'm not the one to tell you if this is a good relationship or not, because I don't know. I'm not there with you, but you know. And you should take this slow. If this is a good person, right for you, right? If you two complement each other, there's no need for rush or for risky decisions, okay? And there's clearly some challenges you have to go through together this month to clarify the space. So I would be very careful, if I was you, to not repeat your past hurts, okay? And just take your time by once getting to know this person, and two, confronting the problems that you may already have with this person or in the past. So you two can go to a better state, right? To grow together, to get to know each other a little bit more. Because Two of Cups, even though a lot of people, they say like, you know, Two of Cups is like love card. No, Two of Cups, it's a very early stage of relationship, okay? Even if it's been, you know, a year or two, this is still like beginning to get to know each other and understand the soul connection. And it seems like for this month, you need to understand a lot, communicate better, don't hold on to your thoughts, and include yourself in this relationship. And it's interesting that the Fool is here, because I kind of feel, I want to see how you present yourself, but I kind of feel like with the Fool in this position, you kind of want to almost not see this. Like you want to just pretend this is not happening and just jump all in with the closed eyes. On a typical Fool card, here we have the bird, but on typical Fool card, we have a dog. And dog in symbolism is a very much like, you know, your guidance, like your guardian angel, right? So listen to that intuition also. And again, yourself, like your needs are important. You can't ignore them, especially in this first stages, you know. And maybe this person would be very much open to talk about these issues with you, but you need to start this conversation. You can't just avoid it. Yeah, and don't risk, don't make hasty, like, don't just like ignore red flags or ignore your needs and, I don't know, move with this person, get married with this person, have a child with this person. Those are like major life decisions. You need to be sure of you two being taken care of here, okay? So listen to all that and then start creating. Yeah, we go to the future a little bit. The Hierophant. Oh, there's a lesson here. Nice. That's always good to see. So it seems like there's this whole connection. It is a lesson in your life, right? Maybe it's maybe it's repeating itself. Maybe it's, you know, maybe if in the past you had a relationship where you didn't take care of yourself, right now you have maybe a better partner here that could help you with that. But then again, You have to be the one to address it, to make a statement. Or maybe it's just learning you how to, once again, like be more connected to yourself with the Ace of Cups in the reverse. You tend to sacrifice, neglect your feelings in order to make others happy. Can be this person, can be just in general, public. And there's a huge lesson for you to hear, to learn this, okay? This connection, gosh, and I don't want to say it because I know you all always then think, but it crossed my mind. For some of you, this may be a connection that ends up in a higher commitment, okay? Whether you believe in marriage or etc. Like, this can be someone for long term, but this will take time and you need to heal this stuff, okay? Within this person or within yourself. Because it will either be a happy ending or a harsh lesson, but all depends on you, okay? With the Hierophant though, especially with this representation of this card, with this owl and the little girl, yeah, I feel like there's a lot for you to learn from this connection, okay? So maybe it's just like a person that can give you that security and space to learn how to address those past issues or current issues, okay? Now, it doesn't mean that it won't be, you know, maybe some arguments on the way, because it's just normal. People argue, but yeah, really address the problems you feel from the past or present, okay? And again, like, don't associate yourself with this person yet, okay? You're just learning for now. You're still like a separate identity. I mean, you always will be, but again, it's still fresh. It's still very fresh. So try to be honest with yourself if this is really working for you, okay? So now I'm interested how you present yourself here, Scorpio. This is what I'm really interested about. Let's see how you present yourself towards this energy. Okay. You don't want to show me yourself. Interesting. If you feel like I'm judgy, I'm just trying to help you grow, Scorpio, okay? Justice in the reverse. You avoid seeing some truth. Oh, that will hurt. Okay, so yeah, I feel like you're not being honest with yourself, okay? For sure, you're not being honest with yourself about how you really feel towards what happened in the past, towards this connection at the moment. Maybe you also feel like you were mistreated, like something was done to you that was unfair. So maybe this other person acted unfair, or maybe you just in general feel like this is unfair, that, I don't know, maybe some lesson from your past relationship is reappearing in this current relationship as well. Now, that being said, you know, if we don't work through certain things, they will show up in every connection we will have moving forward. That is just truth. So again, you can look at it as an opportunity for change and growth, huge growth here. But with the Justice in reverse, you need to be more open to seeing things as they really are, to putting the scales back on top, right? If you're doing everything for this person, or you feel like this is not equal, then you need to address that. You cannot just stay in this energy, because you know what? This is kind of like exaggeration of the Ace of Cups for me in this reading. It's like, yeah, you feel this unfairness. You see, the resentment is on growing because so you didn't address certain things, and now you may feel even more resentment towards this, or you just feel like something is unfair, which again addresses. Staying in this energy is not very helpful. Okay, taking some steps back, not rushing, really, right? Because this also, those two together, the Fool in the reverse and the Justice in the reverse, it makes me feel like you're trying to ignore some warnings. Like you feel unfair, you feel unjust, but you feel like, okay, I will take 3 more steps forward and this will kind of balance itself out. That doesn't work like that. This is where you need to stop and address the past, okay? Whether, again, it's both of your past or just your past, but that needs to be done. Let's see the energy around you. It's Three of Wands. The energy around you, it's in the reverse. So someone is looking kind of like beyond what's happening currently. Interesting. You see, I get the feeling that one of you is hung up on the past and feeling unjust, right? Maybe you, most likely you, feeling like, hey, this wasn't correct. Like there's something that changed, the dynamic changed, it's unfair. And the other person is trying to overlook it and already look into the future, okay? Which it is what it is. It's good, it's bad, I don't know. It is what it is. The other person is trying to look into the future, trying not to address this. To be fair, you're also not addressing it. You're just feeling unjust, but you don't feel like there's space to address it. And someone may already be planning, you know, to, again, that's what I was saying, like, don't take hasty decisions. Your partner or the person next to you can be already planning like the trip, or if it's a relationship, moving in, getting married. But there's some things that weren't resolved yet. And if you can do what you want, you know, this is your life. But if you do that hasty step without clarifying this will only get worse. The lesson is there. The lesson will be learned either the hard way or the easier way. But since we are here doing this reading, I will take an opportunity in August with Six of Swords and address the past harms, okay? So they don't turn into bigger problems. Yeah, but there's a strong energy around you of like already jumping into next step and kind of like an escaping, you know? So one person may have a tendency to hold a grudge but not address it, stay in the past, feeling unjust, but not address it. And the other person is jumping over the issue, already gone. They're already living the life like nothing happens, right? Oh, yeah, guys. Just talk, just a conversation, okay? There's so many helpful things right now in the world, like books or in the internet, so many like quick like prompts of good conversation or how to communicate on your problems. There's couples therapy, like, you know, even if you feel like this is new connection and you feel like it's too soon, there's never too soon. It's better to do it now when you have the space for it, right? In your fears and hopes, Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you feel very fondly about this person. Maybe you both feel, with Knight of Cups here, very fondly with each other, okay? But don't idolize this person, okay? Because Ten of Pentacles, it's like you hope for this happy ending, you know, whatever that is for you. Great travels with this person, great home near the beach, great family, you know, lasting legacy. It's all good, and you can dream how much you want, but we need to look at the present. And presently, there's a disconnection between you two, okay? So maybe you're fearing that if you... well, obviously, if you address these issues, right, all this idea of beautiful life together will go away. And maybe it will. But if you don't address it, this will happen again, either because you will be holding a grudge. This doesn't come from this, okay? It comes from talking and learning how to communicate, how to create a mature, lasting connection. I feel the possibility for it. Like, there is a possibility. Of course, you have Two of Cups, means like you both really love each other. There's Hierophant, it may be possible marriage, but what type of marriage? With yours energies being like this, there's a lot of work you both need to do, okay? And I'm telling you, out of care, you cannot just ignore these signs. There needs to be some maturing and addressing and a conversation for it to become Ten of Pentacles. You can't just like find the person you like and that won't happen magically, okay? And you know, we always have this idea that avoiding this hurts is what will keep it growing, right? No, we need to address it. Hi, Scorpio. Ten of Cups in the reverse, and we have one more card. It fell down. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, it's completely about the connection, this reading. With Ten of Cups and Page of Pentacles, yeah, it's important to not overlook certain things and just, you know, there is time to enjoy new connection, and there is time when you need to ask yourself about your values, how this person is supporting you in your life. Can we create something lasting? Can we make a plan for something lasting? It can be also about like your financial things, you know, maybe it's a very important topic to at some point talk about, okay? How you manage your finances, or anything practical matter. You won't just, it won't just like grow on its own. You need to put into work, and you cannot sacrifice your needs. Please don't do that. Please don't overlook how you feel at the very moment. Address it. This won't go away. It will only get worse if you don't do something right now. Whatever it is that you feel unjust for, whatever it is that you feel you need to address, do it now. Because right now, there's a disconnect, and it won't get to 10 of Cups, neither 10 of Pentacles, without you working through it, okay? It's not a bad reading, Scorpio. It's a reading, it's a clarification. And for the month of August, with our Mercury situation, for you, it will be a little bit of a shadow work to do, okay, within this connection, which you should be happy for, because it can make you grow, and it can make you help to get to this too, to the Hierophant and the 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups, but it won't happen on its own. And you for sure, Scorpio, for sure need to make yourself, make your feelings valid, okay? Make yourself feel heard. Someone is hearing you, right? And you hear the other person, and make this thing right. And if you can't, if someone doesn't want to hear you, or you just cannot get along, then you move on, okay? But we don't think about it yet. For now, you just need to see this relationship for what it is at the moment and try to work it out, okay? Let's see some oracle messages for you from the Starseed Oracle. I hope you don't hate me after this, Scorpio. You know, it is what it is. It's important. My channel is here for you to grow, not ignore what's happening, okay? And again, for those of my Scorpios that are not connecting to anyone at the moment, because again, in the beginning, I was telling you a little bit about this creative energy that you should go back to, right? Yeah, you need to learn how to kind of manage what it is that you want to have in life, let's say financially, in material way as well. But you cannot just sacrifice your dreams, okay? You cannot just, I mean, you can, but it would be very unhealthy for you to just destroy or enjoy the things that makes you feel you, authentic you, enjoy yourself, creativity. You can't just like overlook that because, I don't know, maybe you want to have a, you know, nice house, make a lot of money, because you will end up unfulfilled, okay? Maybe at the moment you don't have enough of space to make this creative project your, I don't know, source of income, for example, and that's okay. But you can always find some time to flourish it, okay? 1 class a week, or make some space for you at night. If you just abandon it completely, it feels like it will linger and it will hurt you. It's already coming up. You already feel like you're not really yourself. And if you do it for years, you will really lose yourself. And this money won't bring you happiness then, whatever it is that you're working for, okay? So don't lose your spark. Yeah, for some of you, it's about that as well. Oh my God, is it 3 cards? I'm scared. This is a lot of energy, okay? Let's go through it. It's the Golden Children, Inner Child, Tenderness, Innocence, Rare Gifts. We have Karmic Relationships, Orion Energy, Polarity, Soul, Growth, Conflict. And You're Not Alone, Isolation, Physical Connection, Community. Damn, I feel like you were touching on so many topics here. So for a huge part of you, I feel like, you know, there's need to be some almost therapeutic work done, okay? Because it feels like you have some wounds from your childhood or your past that created a very unhealthy way of looking at connections. And even if you're not being, you know, the toxic partner or someone who's, you know, like literally aggressive, you're not able to consciously create a connection that is beneficial for both you and the partner. okay? And this is not me taking on to you, but you need to really look into that, because in order to grow, in order to have this relationship or any other relationship, you need to understand whatever shaped you the way you are and how you connect with people, okay? It's normal, it's okay. I'm not judging you, and it's beautiful that you can be in this relationship right now and practice it, okay? But don't isolate yourself. Let your soul grow, okay? Let this maybe a little conflict make you feel like secure to have conflicts further in your life, right? Because they will always come. So make this connection an opportunity to learn, like the Hierophant here. And for some of you, it's also about not forgetting that innocence, rare gifts from your childhood. So again, this creativity, always cherish that part of you, right? That part that is also very not much important for today's world, for many areas, right? We're very focused on materialistic and external things, but we need to cherish that relationship we have within ourselves, sometimes in isolation, you know, sometimes we need to come and be with ourselves to really understand it, and then share it with the community around us, okay? Yeah, a lot of messages. So we will just put one more card from the Old Ladies deck that I have here, Oracle deck, to finish. Okay. 21. It's a French deck. I don't speak French, but I have a little book here in English, so I can read to you. So, really nice image, right? She's very free. I love that. Do you feel like you're lost? You may have just had a difficult time at work or money problems. The problems are not over, but it can only end. The balance will eventually come. Yeah. So again, the balance, right? With the Justice card, you feel unjust. You feel like something is not right. You're the only one who can change it. So the problems will end, but they won't end by themselves. You know, the way like problems will end, yeah, because the relationship may end if you don't do anything about it, or the problems will end when you address the problem, right? It won't just disappear. So I hope this is a message, and I hope you will take it in and process it. Maybe reach for help, community, therapy, all of that is accessible these days for majority of us, okay? And you do have that. And I feel like this is a nice connection, honestly, but every connection needs that work and honesty from yourself, okay? So please pay attention to that, Scorpio, okay? Thank you so much for joining me and saying this messages for today. If you like this video, you can subscribe or like or leave me a comment. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can email me, it's down below. And you can always check me out on TikTok, where I do daily messages to help you navigate day to day, especially in this time of Mercury. Yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much. Have a great month of August, and I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.